Good afternoon, everyone. It's lunchtime. We got some Genshin. Ah, not much to report on anything that happened yesterday. I did go in and do some underwater mining, just so I could make some more crystals so we can stock up on those again. Yeah, I'm like really low on this account. But, like before, at least we have Tainari's weapon now at level 90. We did that yesterday. So we have our only 5-star weapon, but our first 5-star weapon to level 90. Um, no, we just did Mora, and I think that's still going to be the gameplay for today is to just do Mora ley lines this week, and then we'll start doing XP ley lines next week, so we can start just getting the characters we have ascended to 90. And that'll make a big difference too. But once we have that, we can start doing some artifact farming and stuff like that. Um, we are inching ever closer to Natlan. Mora. There we go. We do need to change party to Eula. We're gonna get these out of the way, and then we'll do artifact route, of course. I am curious to see how much that flower will level, but again, I do want to try to save as much Mora as I can. We should have enough space to hoard some fodder, though, right? Eh, I'll round it and say roughly 1,000 spaces left. But once we do our daily stuff, we'll continue on with the Archon quest. Go out into the desert. You were not that high up to take damage, Sincho.
Let me weave you a verse.
You had your chance.
Yeah. Beg for mercy.
That's okay.
One with nature.
Vengeance will be mine. Crush. Huh? Huh? Eye for an eye.
The wind knows it. Neutralizing.
Did you miss, Mika? Seriously, where the heck does that third one come from?
Witness the power.
Because if it's supposed to be the mob that's just sitting here, that shouldn't respawn
Let's keep going, team.
until after this stuff is dead.
Crush.
But it's not. Okay. Oh my god, you're in the fucking air. Out of the goddamn air.
The wind knows it. You had your chance.
Beg for mercy. Flood of frost. Rack and ruin. Rain outlines your fate.
Well, we got this thing again. I am so close to AR 56. Like, in retrospect, it feels like I'm close.
One with nature.
Ow.
I condemn you. More speed.
Precision strike.
Crush.
Oh my god.
Rain outlines your fate.
Alright, I do want to go up here. I do want to see what this time trial was. Oh. Oh, okay, this is fine. Easy.
What do we have here?
I thought the slides were just for... Oh, hello, little dude. I don't know if I have the song for you yet, though. That's not my gadgets. How I do. Oops. Took me a minute to remember how to use the harp. And vegetables. Cabbage. Okay. Just going this way. So I saw some of the, for less of a better term, we'll say patch notes, for the special program and whatever, for the 5.0 patch. Went live. Yeah, I'm actually really surprised that World Level 9 is accessible at AR 58. So that means my mate can do it. This account's not too far behind, honestly. So very surprised to hear that. You can go anytime, Fire. Thank you.
Beg for mercy.
Into the wind. You had your chance.
Oh my god, get out of the air.
Know my soul.
One with nature.
Shudder.
Two.
Eye for an eye.
Yoink. Hi. How y'all doing? I'm gonna reposition my camera so I can face chat a little bit better. Go. Get that Kimura. Good to hear, good to hear. Doing okay? Alright, honey. You're hearing an echo? Hold on. It might be just you. I don't hear an echo from the game. Are you hearing an echo from me or the game? You're not hearing an echo, so it might be you, Brian. I did have a little bit of scuff. For some reason, my headphones didn't... I don't know if it wasn't plugged in all the way or whatever, but I wasn't getting sound from my headphones. It was just playing out of the speakers. But I fixed that, and I'm not getting an echo. It was you. Okay. With my stream, you never know where scuff is going to appear. I have not used the new Twitch app since I got my new phone, but I did find out, and I hate this, because I've just been using the mobile browser on the
The
phone,
wind knows me.
because why not? You can't chat in it.
Precision strike.
Beg for mercy. Freeze to the core. Rack and ruin.
Leave the wounded to me.
Rain outlines your fate.
Into the wind.
Oh, one guy survived. He was smart and stayed over there, but we gotta take care of this thing first.
Shudder. Rain cutter.
The wind knows me.
Eye for an eye.
I keep reading that wrong. I think she has two, and she doesn't.
One with nature.
Beautiful. Hey, I had your stream open in the background as well. That's weird.
Time to go. You had your chance.
Crush. Shudder.
Into the wind.
Look at all the fungus. And that's why you don't condense the resin. Would it make it faster? Oh, shit. Okay. Okay. No, I read that wrong. Okay. I thought it was telling me that there was one over here, because yellow. Nope. Over here. That's fine. We're not ready to go to Rebot yet.
The wind knows me.
No, my sword.
Precision strike.
Only one of them, right?
Beg for mercy.
How did that not kill you? Nope, we're gonna kill you though, because spores. Really?
Crush. Beg for mercy.
Where the heck is the other one? I didn't see it up here. Oh my god, really?
Crush.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Rack and ruin. More speed. No, my sword.
One with nature. You had your chance.
Yeah. Eye for an eye. Yeah. Rain outlines your fate.
Into the wind.
Yeah. 3 more. This one should just be the one over here.
No, my sword! New punch. Let me weave you a verse.
One with nature. Precision strike.
Shudder! More speed. Beg for mercy.
You want this one?
I did. I did win that. Straight? Or can I teleport? I can teleport. Oh, but we got a chest here too. What are we killing? Looks like Aramites. Oh no, treasure hoarders.
Crush!
Into the wind.
Rain outlines your fate.
You had your...
More speed. I can put these to good use.
I want to say this is gonna spawn yeah, the Aramite.
Not welcome here.
Beg for mercy.
Precision strike.
I condemn you.
One with nature.
No, my sword.
You had your...
Shudder.
Now you're testing my patience.
There we go. One more. You get everything? Oh, that. Just a barrel. Oh, it was a crate. They're not. You are. Hello. Starshine and purpose. I found so many of those random ones. What was it up here? Yeah, it was just a crate. I thought it was a chest too at first this year. No worries. Yeah, I thought it was a chest too, and then I was like, nope, nope, it's not. Unfortunate. Okay, just one more. Is it actually in the middle of the road? I think it is.
Time to scout.
That's how we do apply.
Rain outlines your fate.
The wind knows me. Precision strike.
Beg for mercy. Crush.
One with nature.
Beg for mercy.
Very good, very good. Alright. Now we will grab this, because it's up here, and I'm just going to just teleport into Rebot, so. Grab that. Now let's go check Fontaine. We can change back to my typical party.
Under the umbrella, or you'll get soaked.
See if this is up. Is got beetle. Now, out of curiosity, I'm gonna pivot my camera. They are. So later today, I'll probably do some overworld mining. I think the only good news with me being like out of the crystals and stuff like that, not necessarily good as in, oh, I ran out, but
What
I
lovely
don't
weather.
actually
Which
have
reminds me, we
anything
just received a
to
batch of
level at the
herbs.
moment.
Don't worry. Even if Chi-Chi forgot to dry out the herbs, Herbalist Gwei will certainly remember to put them out in the sun.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, I don't have anything weapon-wise to level at the moment until I get the catch and or the pipe.
The weather is damp and chilly. I suggest getting indoors to avoid these conditions, if possible.
Where do you think you're going?
What lovely weather. Which reminds me,
The weather here is so fucked up.
Time to go.
Not
Clear
Darkwing
weather
Goose.
all around brightens the heart. Time to go.
Ignorant and fun.
The wind knows me.
The doctor will see. Eat this!
Did I scare you?
You know what? We'll grab this. Give me more. Feels wrong if I don't grab that one. Really? How? How? That wasn't even an option! Stupid notebook. You're not handy dandy. All those spots are back. So yeah, I can't remember too much more about the patch notes that were released, because it did say in the patch notes to actually look forward to some more information during the special program itself. The only thing that really sticks out to me is the world level 9 access. To which I was so happy to hear that if you're world level 9, that means you're guaranteed at least 3 boss drops.
Mind the sun. Another test.
One with nature.
You're toast!
Get him, fellas. I like this team. I really should never underestimate the power Kazuha actually has when he swirls shit.
The doctor will see you now.
No, I don't need the iron ore. Got plenty of that. Let's. Why don't we grab these while we're up here? Alright, let me teleport. There we go. My model just decided it wanted to freeze looking down. And I'm like, I'm not understanding why. I'm looking straight. I'm actually looking straight. This is what makes me go, I should look into a separate webcam, one that's not actually built into my laptop. I know my brother has one, which I don't remember if he's said if it worked or not, like if it broke or whatever. But if my brother has one, it meant that it was probably cheap. So I should probably look into like uh not an uber expensive one, but also not the cheapo one. So I should ask him what he got so I can avoid it. And I know I can use my phone. Don't get me wrong. I know I can use my phone to set up and do that, but I don't have a rigging thing to actually set it up in here.
Mind the sun.
Oh, you went this way.
Unfortunate fault.
Go fat weapon Farina.
Bah!
5.0 will be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing what the special mechanics are for Natlan. I'm looking forward to the story. Just to cause a harm.
Into the
Looking
wind.
forward to Nouvelette's eventual rerun. Oh, Kazahan. Silly boy. And don't get me wrong, I'm looking forward to some of the new characters as well. And I think that's the beauty of having two accounts, right? On my main, I'm a little bit more, I know what I really want out of it for the most part. Like, I do know I want to pull on Risley when he reruns. It just sucks that I went to hard pity, literally almost 90 pity. It was like 86. And I lost to Chi Chi. That hurt. And it's like, oh, well, I'll get him on his rerun, and he hasn't rerun yet, unfortunately. But I would like to get Risley to do him, and since I have Emily on my main, I could probably run a burn melt comp a little bit easier than the Kaya one. So it's just like, you know what? Yeah, that sounds like fun. But like here, I am tempted to pull on Mulani as a Hydro DPS because this account doesn't have Nouvellette. So I might as well try to play with the new character. I'm looking forward to the Geo buffer. Very curious to see how she's going to handle and play nicely with others. I'm hoping it's not like a Goro situation. Doesn't sound like it is, but again, I'll reiterate, I don't tend to pay attention to leaks so far out. The only times I do is like the prospect of who's on the banner. That way I know who to save if depending on the rerun. Because if the character the new character doesn't interest me, then I obviously am looking at the rerun character.
Oh, brilliant!
A bitter pill to swallow.
You're toast!
Oh, woke him up from his nap. Wakey wakey. Gotta get them all. You know, with I didn't see anything about the ley lines for World Level 9, but I do wonder if World Level 9 would give you more Mora or books. It should. Yeah, if that's the case, then like awesome.
Yep.
I'm just trying to remember from 45 to 50 if it went up or if it was the 50 to 55 plus where it went up to the 60k Mora and 4 to 5 heroes with. But what I did find funny and didn't even realize on my main, which makes me realize that I might have gotten super lucky on drops on my main, because I stuck myself at AR 45 forever. I was level 80, AR 45. Oh. Uh-oh. Are you gonna tell me I'm done? If yes, that's really weird. That's weird. Because I only hit one accidental fruit barrel. Oh, but I did pick up the vegetables from the Aranara. Well, another reason to probably hate those little fuckers. Yep. All donezo. World rank, not adventurer rank. Yeah, but what? When did the world ranks go up? Because didn't it go up for 45, then 50? Or was it 50, then 55? Like, I can't remember. All I remember, like, the world level would also dictate the boss drops. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because on the alt, when I went to do it, because I can't remember what world level it was, I just remember my adventurer rank. Uh, I wasn't getting the 5-star artifacts, and you're like, oh, you probably should, at least up it to 50 to get the 5 stars. And we're like, yeah. So I do that, and I'm still not getting the 5-star artifacts. Okay.
Being too
Oh, look who hit rank 10. Oh, that looks kind of cool.
popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much?
Now we gotta take out Lynette. Who we put in instead of Lynette? Who we put in Tiggy? Should we put in Tiggy?
Who ate a poisonous mushroom this time?
Mika. I really like Eula's. Oh, but Lynette's looks pretty cool. I'll use Lynette's for a little while. Cat. A Hero's Journey. Reach Friendship 10 with 8 characters. We did it. Reach Friendship 10 with 16 characters. Now we're getting there. We're getting there on that one. Alright, back to Fontaine. We'll hand this stuff in. That's Inazuma. It says if you open the menu and hit left, I think on the D-pad. Let's see there. That's ways to earn XP into that. World level. There we go. Adventurer rank Ascension Quest. Maximum rank is 60. Especially to increase your world level. So at After reaching world level 3, the option to increase your world level will become available, or decrease your world level. $25, $35, $45, and $50. So yeah, in theory, it should let you do the ley lines. I'm just hoping it literally is just going to go up by 1 or 4,000K or something like that, because I want to say it was 56 or 54K you were getting before you reached world level 8. 45 and 50 had one. Yep. Yep. That's what it said right there too. So this will actually get reworded as well. I would hope anyway. This is Hoyo we're talking about.
Ad Astra at
Add extra
Thank you for
applesauce.
completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
Right.
Ad Astra.
Like, come on, help us out a little bit. Okay. Grab one, grab you.
Time to go.
Go put more crystals on. Clang. This is the other thing I wish that they would increase. Oh my god. I don't know. Barely. Is get rid of the cap on this. Why can we only get 30 crystals a day? I don't care about like the mining spot respawns. That's fine. But if I have like 300 of these and I want to make them all into the crystals, let me do it. Like there's no reason not to. All right. Buckle up. Probably should have just gone from the other way. Whatever.
Time to go.
Time for more art conquest. Whee!
Time to go.
We finally made it to Caravan Rebut. It's pretty lively here. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
It is indeed impressive.
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Hi, Alhaitham.
Huh?
Alhaitham?
Over here.
Oh, Hatham went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
What the? Where did he go? How did we lose him? They were just here a second ago.
More Aramite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time? Anyway, Traveler, it seems like we were being followed again.
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago.
Thanks, Alhaitham.
There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their orders.
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it. However, had I wished to turn you over to the academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Oh, right. You do have a point.
I can barely read the last part on his shoulder, but it says, did you participate in Sage's big project?
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the sages can offer.
So you were actually looking for me?
Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties. Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how the capsule first came to be. Which brings me back to you and why you're so interesting. The leader of Ainul Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you, and upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
Must be because I was shocked to hear those words again. World, forget me.
Alhaitham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers stuff like that?
The situation's a little complicated. I can't share what I know. Just yet.
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Am I right? ... No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are also headed to the desert?
That's right. We have the same plan as you. But we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else. Well, would you like to head there together?
Sounds good.
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go!
This is when I wish we could have a trial. I'll hate them or something. Fell out of the sky.
Before us lies Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else. What a cool place! Let's go check it out! Wow!
Oh, that's interesting. I'll hate them not using his signature.
Sino.
But Sino is.
Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment. just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Alhaitham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Alhaitham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
I don't trust him as much as you seem to think. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stand by and do nothing.
Has Alhaitham done something wrong? Paimon doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Alhaitham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
So you did lie to us.
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
Is it a mission from the sages?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two! Ugh. What you would do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them!
Ahem. Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia? Great! Finally, someone that we can trust! You gotta help us out here, otherwise these two are gonna start fighting again!
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
Neither of them can afford to be distracted by Dea. They're still looking for an opportunity to attack.
Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Whoosh!
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong! Is this a sandstorm? Paimon's gonna get blown away!
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover!
Someone's calling for us! Oh, this wind is too strong! Let's get over there!
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you Academia folks such hard work? Move it!
All right, stop yelling.
sardines with 3 people who want to tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru Village.
Our savior has come at last! Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
You have my gratitude.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Pretty fine.
On second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While all Hatham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh? Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
So they really are up to no good.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the academia of today.
So you then decided to exile yourself.
I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power or authority. Once I find the truth, I will administer judgment by my own name.
Saito seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary.
It's still too early to trust him completely. What if that whole story is just made up?
Well, Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Alhaitham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Alhaitham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Alhaitham?
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
From the very beginning, Alhaitham was...
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the Traveler.
Alhaitham?
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the Divine Knowledge Capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
What about your encounter with me? Did you join forces with me just so you could investigate me?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
Now that you mention it, things did go like that.
That's true. Alhaitham helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied. After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
You should be well aware, Scribe Alhaitham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, Dia.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Your tummy.
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
Creatures? In the sandstorm? Are you sure you don't want some backup?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
The winds died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
Now, if I remember right, there's nothing in here, so we can just take our leave.
Time to go.
Well, once you go down there, there's flowers down there.
Oh, Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it, even the sandstorm had stopped.
Not only is she really strong, stamina is also something else.
Here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I have something to take my anger out on.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane in action. I'll leave these to you then.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Do I get to use Dia here? No. Why not?
Mind the side effect.
Into the wind.
Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up?
Turn for the better. A bitter pill.
The creatures stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm. So we should be safe for the time being.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children. I am the chief of Aru village. Everyone usually calls me Uncle Anpu.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Sorry for all the trouble.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if such sandstorms are common?
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
Another effect of Irminsul's withering. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul. These regional symptoms can indeed be a reflection of Irminsul's present state.
Everyone in Aru village needs to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are they? Village guards like Candace?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru Village refers to mad scholars exiled here by the academia. Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia forest. The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert. Though if you ask me, it's all a boatload of nonsense.
Tenari also brought this up before.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace. But no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins? I'm fascinated by how you think.
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you, regardless of my position or identity.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations. Thank you for your help.
I'll help too.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars. First they lose their sanity, now this! We need to help get them back home, safe and sound. But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't trust him.
That's why this is a great opportunity to watch him. It'll be fine. Dea and the others are here too.
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
And I do believe we go back to the house, but we're gonna go down here and get these flowers. Because I believe Farazan would need them. And eventually we might want to level Farazan. So many world quests. Ta-da! No, it's nothing I can dig up, I don't think. Nope.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation?
Why do they refer to the Mad Scholars as village keepers?
One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru Village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here. When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down. Initially, the people of Aru Village greatly resented having to take in the mad scholars. But a strange incident one night changed that. Aru Village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief of the village was preparing to take everyone to safety. Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, like a divine glow against the backdrop of night. Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground. In the end, not a single building collapsed, and no one was hurt. After that, the people of Aru Village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them as the village keepers.
The soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru village? What do you make of it, Traveler?
It must have been Nahita's power. Only she could be capable of that.
Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru village?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do. So, what do you make of the story?
The mad scholar's power likely came from Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholars!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon. Is she really active in Sumeru?
Kinda.
The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their views. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... how should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise, even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
She also saved me once, not long ago.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth!
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met Lesser Lord Kusanali. How can this be? To think, our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation.
You betcha!
But easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads. Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Huh? Who are you?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak. You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's not like he's a bad person or anything.
The person you're referring to is not a local, yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family. I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I want to find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was, but I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Whoa. Hazen wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Sorry, I was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went. Honest, if you don't believe me, you can ask Miss Candace.
Please help him, Sino.
All right. But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
I love how basically, like, in Inazuma, you basically went, no, I'm not doing your shit until you saw the bad stuff happen with the Vision Hunt decree and all that stuff. And then you're just sitting here listening to this kid wanting to find his grandpa, which, is sad and you do kind of feel bad for him, but there is stuff that needs to be investigated, like the academia and all that. And your thing is just like, just help the kid out, Sino. Makes Sino feel guilty.
Grandma, is King Deshret really
Oh,
gonna
oh.
come back from the dead?
No. Spoiler, kid. No.
Sino is super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back. Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive. Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars and accompanied Isak until he fell asleep. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However, even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It seems like they both deserve so much better.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
Lucid Grandpa. I don't know why that made me chuckle. Lucid Grandpa was probably Nahida. She must have soothed the other mad scholars as well. The look on Sino's face, he's probably connecting the dots as well.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
No, nothing. As long as Isak keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
Now, we all know he's a kid.
Hey, Isak!
Oh, it's you guys!
So you know what's gonna happen.
We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa.
Really? Wow! Thank you so much!
Your grandpa will be found safe and sound.
Yeah!
Alright. Let's ask the local residents some questions first.
Yay! Oh wait, do we get a wish? Is that what this is? Wish to the pile! And of course we have our primos. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. Super quick. I'm just gonna grab my coffee from the other room. Got up out of my chair and my foot like cracked. That hurt. Alright.
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think. When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that? Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Time to go.
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while. The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them. And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough Mora. That might explain why she's always mad at me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking care of him.
It was nothing. You're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
That's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you. I've known you since you were very young, so as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
Wow, what a nice guy!
Okay. Thank you, sir.
What's wrong, Sino? Did something happen?
Don't say anything for now.
I'm sorry.
Isak, stay here. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move.
Well, we're screwed. We got Paimon.
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty King Deshret, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Yes, of course I have. King Deshret is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods. Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon. What's your proof?
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of King Deshret's civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and King Deshret. Isn't it a sign of King Deshret's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for King Deshret's resurrection.
Huh. Now that you say it, that does make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh?
Who are you? Where did you come from?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Yeah, bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about King Deshret's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear and that King Deshret will return to this land. I'm not making this up, I swear!
Hey, go on. Keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for King Deshret's speedy return. Delavar also said that once King Deshret returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all willing to serve under King Deshret and fight for a share of the glory.
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Got it. At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said. Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
The people here really like King Deshret, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
The academia is probably the true target of their hatred.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
I have many ways to stop you from talking, and many others to stop you from sending warning messages. So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody. Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Yes, got it. We'll do just as you say.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying.
Good thing I'm not one of your enemies.
He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
All the more reason for you to not get on his bad side.
I heard that.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places.
Maybe we could check the scholars' homes?
Very well.
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me.
Join the Eremites and embrace a wonderful new life.
Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
I should have made him run a little bit faster, because you keep outpacing him.
Well, this is where Grandpa usually stays.
There sure isn't much here.
What's that smell? Side note, did you catch a faint whiff of incense?
No.
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before.
It's definitely that one.
But are you okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to lie down?
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day. And then he gave us a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
So, you know Tainari?
Huh? You know him too? Are you two friends?
Yes. Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent of incense.
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you too?
No, no need.
I can't handle this scent very well. I feel you, traveler. I feel you.
Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house?
No, it was in the forest where a scholar was meditating.
In the forest. From a scholar.
Let's keep looking for more clues. It'd be more efficient if we split up. Alright, so we just gotta go through the location. Elemental Sight goes. Oh, that's a mushroom. We'll grab the mushroom. Yoink. Yes, I know, my quest is down here. These footprints are at least clear. Ooh, footprints. Follow the footprints. Well, the footprints just vanished. Sino's gonna do that. Okay. Daily necessities. Observe the tent. Oh, no, now we gotta just talk to Sino. That was interesting. I found those first.
What are you looking for, Sino?
Here it is. Take a look right here.
Paimon doesn't see anything.
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here. From the size and shape, they belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area. Local shoes. This was probably someone from the village. The scent is quite faint, but still extant. The footprints head in that direction.
You mean someone else has been here?
But who would come looking for Grandpa? He doesn't have any friends.
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Lured him away. So that's what happened.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent?
You get lured away by food all the time.
Hey, what's wrong with liking good food? Everyone's got something they love in life.
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, since the smell supposedly helps them clear their minds and discover new knowledge. Even deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
No, Grandpa.
So, someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Huh. Still, why would anyone want to abduct all the scholars?
Is it to resurrect King Destret?
Are the rumors really true?
That's the only lead we have so far.
Could the disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my Grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong. Please help him.
Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isak. We won't let whoever took him get away with it.
Let's head to Aru Village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here. After that, we'll set off to find the scholars.
Time to go.
So many things are lighting up. I am gonna have to just sit down and do some side quests one of these days.
The darker fabric definitely looks a lot better. That'd be my choice too.
We're back, Candace. We've got a lot to tell you.
Ah, welcome back.
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Oh, Dia's here too.
You bet. So, everything goes smoothly?
Reasonably.
Alhaitham didn't go with you?
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you. I guess he must have gone off on his own.
Did you find out anything useful? I see. So someone used a kind of incense to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
The resurrection of King Deshret? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would be able to make a profit here. Not to mention making incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert with the patience to make or sell something that requires that kind of effort. It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
Makes sense.
So what should we do then? Do we go back to the academia and search for leads there?
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step. But today, you've got me on your team, so you get an extra tip. Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I know a thing or two about these radicals he mentioned.
If Paimon remembers correctly, the leader of the radicals is some guy called Delavar.
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Engur, the wide-eyed butcher, and Jabari, the duck-tailed bearded crook. The whole lot of them are known around these parts.
Woo! I feel like I've heard these names somewhere before.
These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in King Deshret. Way they see it, King Deshret's resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing the Academia. Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess why they've chosen to become radicals.
Tia! You're amazing! You really know this place inside and out!
But Dea, Huh. Dea's winking at me. Maybe I should stay quiet for now.
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every mora I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Sino.
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out. The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of, but that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust. I need to go around and ask some questions, but it'll be difficult if you're with me.
Fine.
Good. Then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the Mad Scholars have been taken. Sino, you'll have to stay in the village and continue investigating on your own.
Alright, sounds like a plan!
Alright, how far out are we going? I see a Sealy. Don't worry, Sealy, I'm coming. I'll take you home. Yep, I'm losing altitude. Oh, I still have the, Oh, that was his animation. Wow. I, for some reason, thought I still had the maple leaf thing equipped. Where is your home, little dude? There it is.
Brings a smile to my face.
Time to go.
I see another Sealy. Oh. Well, we're gonna go help this little guy and then we'll teleport. If the desert will let me. I don't think this is a spot where, like, the sandstorm can appear, but... I didn't spend too much time in the desert. Alright, little dude, let's go. Excuse me, Sealy.
Take it. Go on. You
Just curious. 10. Yeah, okay.
have my approval.
I don't know why I thought I had more than that. Alright, let's go to Rebot. This is probably where we're gonna end it today.
Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel. How can a wall this tall even exist? It's almost unreal.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms? It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving. Geniuses like Sataria are one in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate, even though the academia knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
I understand how she feels, but I hope she doesn't do anything drastic here.
Hey, Dia. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all. Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Yep, we gotta catch those.
Shh. Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for. Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know.
Alright, let's see if we can finish out Caravan Rebot, and then we will call it.
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean you don't see anyone you know?
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You're here for a drink too?
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land?
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Hello, hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall. So, Dia, are you looking for someone?
Yeah. Have you seen Enger, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days, so you came here to help him out?
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's more to be made, why not do it together? Besides, Delavar and his friends have muscle. They'd be a good fit for escorting the goods.
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's my friend too, so of course I can take you to him. Come with me.
Oh, does that mean I have to follow him? No. All right. So yeah, we will call it here. So we will follow Zaki tomorrow. We will continue the Archon quests and do what we've been doing. More ley lines, our XP, artifact XP route, and hopefully we'll get through Sumeru sooner rather than later. Friday I might stream a little extra long to try to get through Sumeru. I can't remember exactly how long these parts are, because you have the chunk in the desert, and then you actually have the part where you're going to save Nahida. So there's still a little bit of a ways here, but it's all in good fun. I know I'm not going to hit Natlan by the time it's released for this account, so, you know, maybe if we want to experience a little Natlan, if it's not story locked, we can just go over there. If it is, I'll come on my main and we'll have some fun. But speaking of my main, I gotta go and do my recording and account maintenance, shall I say. That's been going pretty well, despite my little divergence from weapons, because I ran out of ore. But I did finish the catch, and now I just have been working on Emily. Emily has reached level 90, and her talents are mostly leveled, but I'm going to get her talent books, because I do want to crown her skill in Burst. And then I'm back to getting ley lines. Always the ley lines. But I will see everyone tomorrow for more story time. Hope you had fun. Until then, take care.